Did you invest the money and your friends and family's time? Because it's not just you that's put into this. It's kind of a team effort, and that helps me get through. It's kind of it's not just me that's going along there.
Actually, I never thought about it that way. That we prepare for a year, and then a year loss of with your family, with all the dinner and the lunch and everything, and then suddenly you just don't finish it.
Yeah.
It's just very unfair. Yeah, I never thought about it.
You give up because your knee hurts, or because you're bored, or because it's a little bit hard, or you're hungry, and I think like you were saying, you have to analyse what if something's not going right. Is this something which is terminal? I have to drop out because it's a broken bone, but usually it's something that you can't make better, but you can make a bit easier.
Yeah.
And it might just be being sensible and stopping, having something to eat and drink, get some sleep, sort yourself out, and then go again.
But you have enough time.
Yeah, exactly.
10 days is enough time.
That's why I have respect for Rob.
Yeah.
Because knowing that he's the last, his foot was swollen, he bought the wrong shoe, and he finished it.
I think 10 times a day to give up. Every day, 10 times minimum to give up.
Yeah,
And
for yourself.
One day, I think it was on day 5, where the sleeping house were a little bit away from the
Lake Java.
Sleep
in the strange guy's house.
Yeah. On this morning, I woke up and I go to the breakfast house. Yeah, I called my wife and I said, I stopped the race now. I stopped the race now. I'm sitting there inside, and Johannes said, "Hey, what, man? You stopped the race? No. Hey, we go. Yeah, we have 10 days. Yeah, just go." Then, after a few minutes later, I'm on the track.
I was there. I think I was there.
You can do the math, can't you? You say, well, actually, I'm over halfway. I've still got 5 days to go. I only have to do 40 kilometres a day or 35 kilometres a day. That's nothing. I don't have to do 60 today. I want to do 60 because that's the next checkpoint. But actually, if I can only do 35 and I do that for the rest of the time, I'll still make it. And you have to kind of just say, no, that's okay. I can shift my goals to something small and still finish.
You say, hey, we are in time. Yeah, we have, I think 10 hours plus. Yeah, so we have enough time to finish the race. Okay, let's try. And so every day, again. To the end. Now we're sitting here.
Yeah, I think nobody really talks about the being hard on this race or any other race. Nobody really talks about. And what they talk about is, I already finished this race, and I'm strong enough to finish this race. But the truth on the race itself, people never really talk about. Yeah.
And I have this problem with my hands where I'm pushing the bike, and I'm kind of thinking, sometimes I think you try to find a reason why you can stop, to give yourself permission.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay to stop. You've got something serious wrong, so therefore you have to stop. It's not, and you don't take ownership of it. And I'm trying to think, am I doing myself permanent damage, or is this something which is, it can go away after a few days? And that plays in your head as well. Are things bad enough that I've got a reasonable excuse to stop, or not? And that can be a difficult mindset to get yourself out of. You can get into a spiral where stopping is the only good option, and that's what you do. And you have to avoid that somehow. And I had to find a completely different way to hold my handlebar so that I wasn't making it worse, and I started wearing a padded glove so that I wasn't putting so much pressure on, and that made it. And then it wasn't getting any worse, so I could carry on. But I do think you have to somehow find a way of tackling those things as they happen.
But it's funny how at one of the checkpoint, my daughters called me from the school and she showed my face to her friends, saying that my dad is doing the 500 kilometer.
Oh, you can't give up after that.
Yeah, that was.
It's the same.
Yeah, it was the same. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then again, halfway, it just got really tough. And then I thought to myself, maybe I can just go back and tell my daughter I finished 300. It's as hard as as 500. But then again, I thought again, I know I'm going to regret it if I pull the plug. I know I'm going to regret it. So might as well push through. But because I think the difficult part for me, for my personal experience, is that I do not have a friend to tell my hardship at that point of time. I was all alone, and I've never had that kind of experience before. Yeah.
Do you talk to people in your head when you're going?
Yeah.
Yeah, to your wife or your friends or something? Because I kind of have conversations with my wife, things I want to tell her about, and then friends I've got who are also ultra runners and who've done stuff as tough as this, and they know exactly what I'm going through, and I share it with them in my head as I go along, kind of just these little conversations, what I'll talk to them about when I finish and things. And that helps.
Did you get any hallucinations?
Yeah.
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 What did you?
On the third night, I've seen fridges on the track and other people in BV, and yeah, but I knew that I have only five or 10 kilometers to the next chapter.
All
Yeah.
right.
And but 5 or 10 kilometers can be very long.
Very long hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! So when I'm running 5 kilometers and nothing, yeah, there are 20 minutes, 25
Yeah.
minutes, and I'm
But the mood isn't there.
yeah.
If you're gonna run, the mood has to be there.
There were so magical moments, and then with the northern lights, you're tired. And you're running. You see a fridge? A fridge?
Was that
The
during
next
the
one
northern
is cobalt. Oh, terrible.
I had a major hallucination during the Northern Lights, during the one I videoed, the 360. There was 3 boys in a snowmobile came in, and they were circling, offering me beer, and they said they wanted to send me to the checkpoint using their snowmobile.
Yeah, this was no dream.
There's a drink?
They come to me too.
Oh, really? That was true?
That was true.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think it's interesting you both hallucinate about beer, but
I was like, but was it true?
They often ask me, "Hey, come, sit at a snowmobile. We will drive you away." Yeah.
Yeah, but that was my lowest moment because on that night, I remember I was at Tarashaf shelter. My socks are wet, my pants are wet, everything is just not at a good place. I started the fire. That's the lucky thing. I started the fire quick. So I wanted to dry my socks. But then the fire got so big, it burnt my socks.
Oh.
So I don't have a socks. Yeah, so it was a very low point in that point of life. That it was very so both my my linear socks and my merino wool socks got burned.
How many socks do you have?
I have another socks, but it was still wet, so I have to wear another
3 pairs?
2 pairs.
2 pairs.
But I carried on. But it was very cold.
So
Yeah.
you've asked us about what got us through our tough bits, but when you obviously had exactly the same questions in your head about can I carry on and what got you through?
I guess I like to put myself through a time travel machine when I'm calm, after everything is, when I'm not at that place, would I regret that decision?
Okay.
And my answer is yes.
So
That's why I kept on.
what will my future me think about me if
Right
I
now,
quit
yes. And would I regret that decision? And my answer is 100% yes, I'll regret that decision. Kept walking again. I kept walking again. But then again, if the answer is no, I won't regret it, then that's it. I pull the plug. Yeah. But then I know I'll regret it. I know I regret it.
Have you tried to dry your socks on your
No,
body?
I couldn't think. Honestly speaking, at that point of time, my brain is not working, my body is shivering. I cannot think at all.
Did you sleep in that shelter as well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But then, knowing why I always have a mad respect for Rob, it's because for every race that I've been to, I always look at the front. I always want to chase the people in front. Maybe chase you, maybe chase Johannes, maybe chase Henning. You know, because that is race is all about, right?
Why?
You just want to get ahead.
It's a race.
It's a race. But then this race, it hits me differently. It hits me that I know I cannot win you guys anymore because the time limit is 2 hours lead time, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5. After 5 hours, I know I cannot catch up anymore. Might as well. But then the toughness comes in, the solitude comes in, and then you start to think. Even Rob behind you still carry on. Or why do you want to quit? You start to think like that. And you start to change the mental game. Even Rob still continue. Why am I not continuing? So the whole thing just turned around.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think he earns a very big respect for myself because he motivates me without him knowing.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't quit. If he doesn't quit, why would I quit?
I think that's a good point because I don't really look at other people's dots, but when I look at your dots and Anne, because I've not met you before today really, but because I'd met you and I'd met Anne, then seeing you moving so slowly but still moving and knowing what you're going through, and I'm just willing you on, and knowing how you're out there for a couple of extra days and what an impact that has, how draining it is the longer that you're going on, and you're not giving up, and that wins huge respect. Just plugging away, getting it done. There's no prizes to win apart from finishing, and yet still go. Yeah.
Thank you. But the socks thing is really. Have you ever worn your shoe without your socks?
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Is that a good feeling, right?
Yeah. I always drying my socks on my body.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that something you learned from the military?
Yeah.
Oh, you were in the military?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Now I'm a physiotherapist. But
But it was
years
something
ago,
you learned
I've
years
spent a
ago.
lot of time in the military.
And Olaf had talked about that on the course, I'm sure. About
I know, but I think it's
drying your
just.
socks and your gloves.
Yeah,
I'm already shivering, and I put something wet on my body, and I just
no, I have my first line is dry. My second line is a kangaroo top. Yeah, where I can put everybody important inside. Yeah,
all right.
there I always my cell phone, my some chills. Yeah, I have always a flask. Yeah, when it's cold, I put warm water in this flask and then put it inside and close my jacket. It's like a Hitler-Wärmepackung. Yeah, it's called in Germany. Yeah, it keep you warm from inside, and that's on your stomach. It's warm. That's nice. And when it's warm, I put the socks there inside,
It
and,
dries.
and then I dry the socks. Yeah, sure.
No matter how thick is the.
I always use. I don't use merino socks. I always
why not?
use propylan, propylen socks. They dry very fast, and yeah.
So your base layer, this second layer, what is it? Is it
Is from a kangaroo bag. It's a kangaroo shirt from Ark swim run gear. Ark,
okay?
a Swedish swim run gear.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Is it windproof or?
windproof.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's you can buy it as a neoprene. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker. Or the small one, it's like a normal functional shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, but with
a
two
kangaroo
bags.
pockets here.
Do you want to see it? I have
Yeah, I'd really like to see it because
two big pockets here, and one on the back. This back one I use it for the lightning accu.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
so that your battery is warm.
Yeah, the battery is warm on the back, and the other ones are in front.
It sounds like a good bit of kit.
But the water.
Is it like a vest?
Yeah, I bring it.
Ooh. I never seen one of those before.
No,
The one with the.
because you had that big vest thing.
I never wear it,
No,
which is stupid. I think it's a lucky thing I never bring it.
I think but it's quite a big, heavily
It's
made
too
thing.
heavy, correct?
Yeah.
It's too heavy. So I listened to you because I followed your footsteps. Whenever you want to drink, stop, turn around, just drink and go. Because
With the rope.
with the rope,
It's easy to get back to the pulk,
Yes.
isn't it? You don't have to take anything off.
yes,
And you can sit on the pulk easily.
I use the mat mostly. So I just put on the mat because the mat is also very. It extends well. You can put your feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was nice. Will I come back again? I don't know, but definitely I will expose this event to the people of Indonesia.
I don't make it sound too good because there's only 25 slots.
Yeah.
There's only 25 spaces, and I might want one next year. And if 10 Indonesians enter, it could be trouble.
Only 25.
For the 500, there's 25 spots this year. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's as many as he'll take, I think. That's what I was saying earlier, that, there are only 3 races like this. And if you look at the total numbers of spots that there are available, it's an incredibly small sport. And actually having an opportunity to do it, I think in a couple of years' time, there'll be a lottery to get in. Because, it's human nature. People are looking for the next big thing. And people, they do UTMB, Marathon des Sables, and people maybe like Graham and say, all right, well, what's next? And there'll be more and more of those people who think, yeah, I could do a winter thing.
Schaut's so aus?
Yeah.
there's a big,
So it's just
and
a thin line.
there's
on
a,
it. Yeah.
that's my second line.
I like this a lot.
It smells a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just going to take a picture.
What brand is it?
Arc. I've never
Arc.
heard of them.
It's a Swedish swim run gear. In Sweden, it's swim run. It's very popular, and Arc is the main brand for swim run.
And it's actually called a kangaroo top.
Kangaroo top.
It's a little bit. Did you see the skimo in the skimo racing in the Olympics?
Yeah.
And they have something a bit like
Yeah,
this, don't
yeah.
they? Which they throw their.
Oh, it's very. Oh. Born in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Huh?
Swedish.
Oh.
Made in China.
Made in China.
Oh. This is fast drying.
Yeah. Yeah. The bags are very, very big. Yeah.
Did you wear it tight or loose?
Tight.
Tight.
And then you, what base layer do you prefer?
Baseline.
Yeah.
I have an Odlo
Okay.
functional shirt.
And that's polypropylene as well, not wool.
So you never use merino?
No, because yeah, the main the main reason why everybody uses merino is the smelling, but it doesn't matter if it smells or not. Yeah, for me.
But it's
But
heavy.
merino is not so good in drying. Yeah, it keeps you warm, wet. Yeah, but you must use more time for drying merino. So polypropylene.
Polypropylene is how I would say
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
sure.
plastic. Yeah, but it's fast drying.
It keeps you warm.
Keeps you warm. Fast drying keeps you warm. And it's smelling faster, but
After 24 hours, everything smells.
yeah.
That makes sense. I'm a big fan of the Brindley stuff, the netting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw the netting.
Yeah.
Because of the breathability when you vent, it breathes so well. But
Russ wore it, right?
yeah, quite a few people use it. Thierry, he was using it as well, and Matthias, who won the 185. Yeah, they both were using Brindley.
You can buy so many equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very good stuff on the market. But it's
but
expensive.
I was looking for something like this, and I ended up having to get a cycle top because I wanted something with pockets.
Yeah,
near it.
yeah.
And that works, but it's kind of it's made of this stuff with a very thin windproof shell. It's just a gilet. I like the fact that it's got a zip, so it's easy to take on and off.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the pockets on the front, and I think this looks great.
Yeah. And my third line was Gore-Tex Infineon.
Yeah.
But a Polartec Infineon, not a hard shell. It's a Polartec Infineon.
So it's windproof.
It's windproofed. It's water resistant, but not waterproofed. Yeah. And it's only one Gore-Tex layer inside to keep you dry. It's keep you dry inside, but a little bit wet outside.
Yeah.
But this jacket was a perfect combination with the other ones. So
When you bivvy, you take this off.
no, because my cell phone, my battery, they are all important things.
So you take your shell
inside.
off and then just
Yeah.
in your bivvy.
Yeah.
You mentioned when you put the bottles, the warm water. Was it still warm when you?
It depends on what I need. Yeah, when it's a little bit freezy, yeah, put warm water inside.
And how long will it stay?
The most time most time I drink warm water, yeah, because cold water is not good, yeah, in this temperature. I eat warm, I drink warm, yeah. That's the most important things for these conditions like here.
So
Yeah,
you don't cool down your core.
Cool.
Olaf will have said this on the course.
Yeah.
Always drink hot water,
But then
Yeah.
so that your body's not having to warm
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
I made the biggest mistake that I made was I bought an insulated, but the bottle is not insulated for hot, so yeah, it only stays warm for 3 to 4 hours. After that, I'm drinking cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the yellow one,
The thermos,
yeah, that one is always hot.
Yeah. I have a bicycle thermos,
Yeah.
a bicycle bottle, on the back of my
Oh, if you hip belt.
hip belt. Yeah, there's a bicycle bottle
Yeah.
on the back, a isolated bicycle bottle.
Okay.
So there I have warm water, and the flask in the front. So I have 1 liter warm water on my body, and the other 3 liters inside the polka. Yeah, and this was a good combination. And
On the bike, what I have is I have the big pogies for my hands, and then I have these 2 feed bags, one of which has got snacks in it, the other of which I have a litre Nalgene in an insulated sleeve.
Yeah.
And in these temperatures, that would stay warm for 5 hours. So I just keep topping it up from my thermos when it gets cold.
Yeah.
Put hot water back in.
So you drink and you put it back.
The Nalgene, I mean, I start with a litre of boiling water, which always confuse people in the checkpoints. They say, why do you want boiling water in there? Because it'd be cooler in an hour. And then as it gets cold, I top it up with boiling water from my thermos, so that it's always warm.
yeah,
Seems to work.
But
I don't know how it would work at minus 30. I think it would cool down too quickly.
So, to me, this is the difficult part: is that you have a lot of things to do and remember during the Arctic race. You have to just stop and then fix yourself again. The layering, the water system, and everything. It's too much things to do.
Even more boring.
yeah. But when you I trained it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you trained it, yeah, you do not think about it in a race.
Yeah.
I think what's different about this race and these kinds of races, is just my thinking, is that everybody focuses on getting fit, but actually you need to focus on your processes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if your process is getting your bivvy up and down, getting in and out of your bivvy, what you do about your food, how you work your stove with
Drinking,
water,
sleeping, eating, drinking.
they make
sleeping.
up 2/3 of a successful
Yes,
race. Only 1/3 is fitness. You look at Anne. She's not a superman. She's a small woman in her 50s. She's fit and she knows how to keep going, but she's nailed the rest of it.
Right. That's correct. Because there was once I thought my body was so hot, it was heated enough that when I stop and have a snack, I do not need to wear a jacket anymore because my body is still hot. And it's just an instant, I don't know when it came, it hits me and I got very cold straight away.
Yeah.
And from that day onwards, I know, okay, no matter how hot you are, wear the thick jacket first. Then you start doing your things.
Yeah, as soon as you stop
Yes.
moving, you put if there's any breath in the air, any movement in the air, as soon as you stop moving, the first thing I always do is get a layer on, do my zips up on my trousers, and then start doing whatever it is I've stopped to do. If it's just a drink of water and it's only 30 seconds, that's okay. But anything else, if I'm changing the pressures on my tyres or anything like that, which you have to do all the time, then always put the jacket on first.
That's good.
And I like to have a kind of synthetic duvet, which is really robust, and I don't care if it gets a little bit damp. It's still going to be okay because you just throw it over everything. I don't want to put my big down jacket on, but
I never used it. The big jacket, down jacket, I never used it.
Oh, you never used it?
No, why? I don't need
I
it.
used it.
I
The third night, fourth night, I was bivvying. It's -20, and when I got out of my sleeping bag, I put it on to stay warm whilst I was packing up.
okay.
And I was very glad to have it then,
It's,
because I was half asleep and you're not generating much heat.
it's original. I can
Send it back
send
to the
it back.
manufacturer. Get your money back. It still has the labels.
Yeah,
I still put it on. It's very useful for me.
yeah, yeah. I work with this different types of jackets,
Yeah.
and that was enough. I have a lightweight down jacket,
Oh right, so you had a light down jacket.
light down jacket.
And
Yeah,
a synthetic jacket as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's not everywhere down. Yeah, under the axles there are a synthetic,
Yeah. Oh, right,
and the
okay.
rest is down.
Yeah.
So and this works very good in these combinations. And this was these 3 jackets, the down jacket, and outside this was the main I've used.
Would you come back for doing the fat bike in this race?
The fat bike, never. Never. No.
Why not?
When I can make a decision running or biking, then every time I decided to run.
Okay. But would you come back to this racing?
I don't know. I like Sweden. Every year I'm in Sweden. Yeah. And the most part of the landscape here was beautiful, but there are longer parts in the track. They were not so beautiful. They were
Nothing happens.
yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, you see only snow and trees, and I don't know. Maybe the Yukon. We will see.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe we keep in contact. Maybe if you go, maybe I have to go.
I may be. I'm undecided for next year.
Because it's good to see familiar faces. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to prepare for the races. So I think I will spend more time in different landscapes like
All right. Right.
tropic
Yeah.
or Sahara or something else. I don't know what's the next race is for me, but every year I pick up
Different.
I do
different fields.
one big race
Yeah.
most time, or one big event, big project.
Yeah, I mean that's nice. You must have a very understanding family.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But I guess that was how it was when you met your partner.
Yeah, when I back at home, I'm a family man. So then the most important thing is the family. Yeah, my friends and the family. It's when I prepare for a race, I don't drink alcohol. I sleep enough, and now I'm happy to drink a beer with my friends, and that's important for me. Then when I have the next project in my mind, yeah, I make a plan. Yeah, what time do I need to for the preparation?
How long does it take? Give or take.
Minimum 3 months.
So that 3 months you won't see your friends, you won't have any alcohol.
Yeah.
Not even a
Minimum,
bit?
minimum, 3 months or half year.
Okay.
I see my friends, but when they go to party, I said no, sorry, I need sleep.
Right.
Yeah, that's important for me.
What about you, John? What is your preparation?
When I decided to do this, it took me, after the race, it took me 2 or 3 months to decide I'm definitely going to do the bike, and then I applied for the race and knew I had the slot, and then I had about 3 months of getting equipment together because it was going to take a long time to get the bike built. I had to get the frame from the States and things, and I got the bike about 6 months ago, and then I had about 3 months of, I mean, I'm always doing some kind of exercise, but I had about 3 months of building my fitness, and then about 3 months of really kind of consolidating fitness and practicing process, and getting much more focused on race specific stuff. So that from 6 months to 3 months, I'm just getting fit and doing lots of riding, but enjoyable stuff, and going hiking with my friends.
No drinking, social, everything.
No, I still go out, and I don't have a wild nightlife, but the last 3 months is much more focused. Yeah, the last 12 weeks, and because I've been doing training for endurance stuff since for 30 plus years, I don't really need to draw out a very rigid plan. I kind of, each week I know pretty much what I want to do in terms of long stuff, how many hours I want to get on my feet, or what particular skills I want to have practiced a couple of times. But the skills process stuff's mainly in the last 3 months. But I always like to start getting the gear together because it gets my head in the right place, but also it means you're practicing with what you're going to use. I don't want to really be shopping around for something 2 weeks before the event. Although, in the last month, I find myself ordering stuff because I kind of get nervous I haven't got the right thing. So I ordered some new boots and send them back. I got a new tent and I sent it back. It's just managing my anxiety. Yeah. Or you find something which is 10 grams lighter or 1% better, and you think, oh, I must have that because, yeah.
I bought a lot of trash.
Yeah, you did? I did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Or you find yourself buying bags whose job it is to hold other bags. And you go, no, I don't need this. It's just stupid weight. And then that goes back as well. But I know myself. I do that each time, and that's about managing anxiety. Just as you head towards the end, the last bit, you start to question the choices you made 6 months earlier. So I think I bought my boots 6 months ago, and then in the last month I bought at least 2 other pairs of boots, which I sent back.
Yeah.
So what time are we going off for?
5 o'clock.
You want to go together?
Well, because they're going to come and pick me up, I'll go.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go with them because. But coming back, it might be. We'll see who's doing what, and it might be really nice to get a lift back. Depending on what time people want to do things, the crew get quite relaxed because they can finally switch off and have a drink.
So I just bring it off.
No, I take it over to the villa today.
The villa?
Yes.